Good morning, everyone. My name is Sagani G. Leonardo, and this is the news right now, where we give you the latest news and updates all in a short time span.
Today's news consists of 200 plus OFWs to return to the Philippines during Israel-Hamas war, President Bongbong Marcos on his concern over Beijing's growing aggression in the West Philippine Sea, a magnitude 6.7 earthquake occurring at Mindanao and its effects, our Philippine weather report as of November 18, 2 news about the Miss Universe 2023, highlights about the NBA matches as of November 18th, and 3 Christmas facts to share with your beloved ones on Christmas.
Without further ado, let's get into the news right now. A total of 224 overseas Filipino workers and 8 children have so far been repatriated back to the country by the Philippine government since armed militants from the Palestinian group Hamas launched their attack in southern Israel on October 7.
On Monday, the 7th batch of OFWs from Israel composed of 39 individuals and 2 children arrived at the Ninoy Aquino International Airport Terminal 3 via ATAD Airways Flight EY424. There are 29 caregivers and hotel workers in this group of returnees, the Department of Migrant Workers or DMW said in its Facebook post. Senior government officials from the Department of Social Welfare and Development, Department of Health, Overseas Workers Welfare Administration, Technical Education and Skill Development Authority, Department of Foreign Affairs, and the DMW, led by Assistant Secretary Levinson Alcantara, welcomed the latest batch of OFW returnees. The group was escorted to the Ben Gurion International Airport in Israel by Migrant Workers Office Israel or MWO Israel, Labor Attaché Rodolfo Gabasan and Welfare Officer Dina Ponciano. En route to Manila, Ambassador Alfonso Ferdinand Ver and Consul General Marford Angeles of the Embassy of the Philippines in the United Arab Emirates met the 39 OFWs from Israel while in transit through Abu Dhabi International Airport to check on them. The Presidential Communications Office earlier announced that benefits and assistance given by the Philippine government to repatriated OFWs include the return ticket from Israel to Manila, a $200 financial assistance for their immediate needs, and hotel accommodation in Israel while waiting for their flight. Upon arrival in Manila, they will also receive 50,000 pesos from DMW, 50,000 pesos from OWWA, care kits and food packs from the National Reintegration Center for OFWs, initial physical and medical checkup, and medical referral services if needed by the DOH, psychosocial assessment and evaluation by the DSWD and the DOH, 20,000 pesos financial assistance for individuals in crisis situations from the DSWD, and skills training voucher and care kits from TESDA. The DMW-OWWA will also shoulder their hotel accommodation, transit flights, bus tickets, and food as they wait for their transit to their homes and provinces.
We pray for the well-being of all the individuals involved in this terrific war. On a more political note, President Ferdinand Bongbong Marcos on Saturday told Chinese President Xi Jinping his concern over Beijing's growing aggression in the West Philippine Sea. One of these hostile actions resulted in a collision between a Chinese vessel and a Philippine resupply boat.
Marcos told Xi that Filipino fishermen should freely fish in the West Philippine Sea. The Filipino fishermen must be able to do this unharmed, he also told the Chinese leader. I simply once again voiced to him my concern on some of the incidents that were happening between Chinese vessels and Philippine vessels, culminating in an actual collision as we have seen before, he said in a press briefing afterwards. Marcos said he and Xi discussed ways to ease the dispute in South China Sea. Essentially, we tried to come up with mechanisms to lower the tensions in the South China Sea, he told the media. The two leaders met at the sidelines of Asia-Pacific Economic Cooperation Summit in San Francisco, California. I always bring up the plight of our fishermen, and I ask that we go back to the situation where both Chinese and Filipino fishermen were fishing together in these waters, the chief executive said. And so, I think the point was well taken by President Xi, Marcos said about his observation of the Chinese leader. But nonetheless, the problems remain, and it is something that we will need to continue to communicate to find ways to avoid such incidents, he added.
Recently, tragedy struck as an offshore magnitude 6.7 earthquake struck off Mindanao Island on Friday afternoon at a depth of 60 kilometers, according to the German Research Center for Geosciences.
Videos posted on social media showed ceilings falling at two large malls as pillars swayed and people cowered, shouting in fear. The SM City General Santos Mall and Robinson Jensen Mall announced temporary closures. The death toll has now increased to 7 and authorities are searching for 2 missing people, local disaster officials said on Saturday, November 18th.
We again pray for the well-being of everyone involved in this terrific event. And News Right Now will come back after these commercial breaks.
Ikaw ba ay nagtatago ng munting sikreto sa kilikili mo? Nais mo ba mawala ang naaamoy mong bio? Well, here's Rexona Powder Dry Brightening Deo Lotion. Mababait to ah. Last up to 48 hours.
Wala na.
Rexona Powder Dry Brightening Deo Lotion.
Welcome back to NRN. It's time for the weather forecast of today. And our weather report is unfortunately not here with us today due to cold. Fortunately, he has given us a voiceover to tell you about the weather forecast as of November 18th. So, our weather forecast will be reported by Mr. Arjun Mabasa.
3 p.m. on November 18th, a low pressure area was estimated based on all available data at 5 km east of Surigao City and Surigao del Norte. The shear line is affecting the eastern section of southern Luzon and the northeast monsoon is affecting the rest of Luzon. In our weather forecast, Visayas, Mimaropa, Bicol region, northern Mindanao, Caraga, and Davao region will have cloudy sky with scattered rain showers and thunderstorms, caused by the shear line or the through of LPA. There is possible flash floods or landslides due to moderate to at heavy times heavy rain. Cagayan Valley and Apayao will have cloudy skies with light rains caused by the northeast monsoon. These will have no significant impact on said location. Metro Manila and the rest of Luzon will have partly cloud to cloudy skies with isolated light rains caused by the northeast monsoon. Still has no significant impact on the said location. Lastly, the rest of Mindanao will have partly cloudy to cloudy skies with isolated rain showers or thunderstorms caused by the localized thunderstorms. There could be a possible flash floods or landslides during these severe thunderstorms. That is for our weather report.
Thank you, Mr. Mabasa, for your weather report. It's time for a celebrity news report. In our celebrity news today, there are 2 news about the Miss Universe that occurred on November 18th at El Salvador. This will be reported to you by Mr. David Chino Sarmiento.
The 72nd Miss Universe competition has garnered praise for breaking new ground in terms of diversity and inclusivity. During the pageant preliminary show held on November 15, 2023 in El Salvador, a remarkable moment unfolded as 2 contestants were non-traditional attire for the swimsuit portion. Miss Pakistan Erica Robin and Miss Bahrain Eugenia made a powerful statement by donning kaftan burkini. Erica gracefully showcased a pastel pink kaftan burkini. Meanwhile, Eugenia enthusiastically plunged around in a deep indigo kaftan burkini paired with a matching sheer cap. It's worth noting that the use of burkini on the Miss Universe stage is not a novel occurrence. Miss Universe Bahrain 2021 Manar Nadim Deyani and Miss Universe Bahrain 2022 Evelyn Abdullah Khalifa were both fully clothed during their swimsuit portions. But the 2023 edition marked a historic moment as 2 countries proudly showcased their cultural heritage on the same stage, further underlining the pageant's commitment to embracing diversity. Outfits inspired by creature or objects, which was a common theme during the Miss Universe 2023 national costume show held in El Salvador's Jose Adolfo Pineda Arena. Prime among them were the Philippines' own Michael D. wearing a plain costume, promoting local tourism while fan favorite Chinese palacios from Nicaragua were a black outfit resembling the great tailed grackle found in the Americas. Similarly, downing outfits inspired by birds found in their countries were Brazil's Maria Brecchen for the blue macaw, Chile's Celeste Viel for the condor, and Trinidad Tobago's Faith Giliseo for the scarlet ibis. Several delegates wore wings outfits to represent creatures significant to their country's culture like Albania's Endidemneri for the eagle, Bulgaria's Yuliwa Pavlikova with a golden owl, and Denmark's Nicoline Hansen with a dragon. Both Cayman Islands, Lynn Powery and Malta's Ella Portelli had costume inspired by butterflies, while Venezuela's Diana Silva's costume was that of a feathered devil. Also wearing wing outfits were Carol Cruz of Aruba and Stephanie Rivero of Bolivia. Filipino-American and reigning Miss Universe Arbonne Gabriel will crown her successor on November 18. The 19th in the Philippines, where Michael hopes to win the Philippines' fifth ever crown.
Thank you, Mr. Sarmiento, for your celebrity news report. And News Right Now will come back after these commercial breaks. Hi, my name is Sagana G. Leonardo. I'm a news anchor, but I'm also a coffee addict. Lately, I've been having a lot of multiple palpitations due to my coffee addiction. Here's how that went. By then, I realized that I had to take another alternative to coffee, and I found the perfect alternative, Energen Champion. I know its name may remind you of a certain laundry soap brand. It may also remind you of a Milo ripoff, and it is. But for coffee alternatives, this one I prefer. Today's sport news consists of highlights on the NBA playoffs as of November 18. Unfortunately, our sports reporter also isn't here today because of scheduling conflicts. Luckily, he has given us a voice record for us to listen. So, the two highlights will be reported to you by Mr. John Carlos Santos.
Kevin Durant scored 38 points and hit a late clutch three-pointer to help the Phoenix Suns defeat the Utah Jazz 131-128 on Friday in Salt Lake City. Durant to stray with 18 seconds left put the Suns up by 4, made it 15 of 22 shots while grabbing 9 rebounds and dishing out 9 assists. Phoenix improved to 1-1 in West Group A of the NBA season tournament, while Utah fell 2-1. Devin Booker added 24 points in a career-high 15 assists for the Suns, who earned their second consecutive victory. Jordan Clarkson hit 5 3-pointers and scored 37 points. John Collins contributed 15 points and 14 rebounds, and Lauren McKinnon chipped in 21 points for the Jazz. Utah lost this beating, leading by 6 in the third quarter after falling behind by 14 points in the first quarter. The Suns held a 124-115 lead with 3 minutes remaining after a Durant three-pointer.
Thank you, Mr. Santos, for your sports report. We are 35 days away from Christmas. While we wait for the inevitable day of sharing and caring, let us hear these 3 interesting Christmas facts that you can also share. These 3 facts will be reported to you by Mr. Richard Enoch.
Christmas wasn't always on December 25. While Christmas celebrates the birth of Jesus Christ, the actual date of the big event is lost to history. There's no mention of December 25 in the Bible, and many historians say Jesus was most likely born in the spring. Some historians posit the date was originally chosen because it coincided with the pagan festival of Saturnalia, which honored the agricultural god Saturn with the celebrating and gift giving. Christmas used to be illegal. From 1659 to 1681, anyone caught making merry in the colonies would face fine for celebrating. The Massachusetts Bay Colony created the penalty for keeping Christmas. It was thought that such festivals as were suspiciously kept in other countries and were a great dishonor of God and offense of others. The penalty for breaking the law was 5 shillings. Coca-Cola played a part in Santa's image. Before Coca-Cola decided to use his image for advertising, Santa looked more spooky than jolly. Then, in 1931, the beverage company hired an illustrator named Haddon Sundblom to depict the jolly old man for magazines' ads. Now, kids see visions of sugar plums instead of having Santa them nightmares.
Thank you, Mr. Enoch. And that is it for our latest news and updates. We would like to thank you for sticking with us today. My name is Sagara G. Leonardo, and this is the news right now.